live in an old house, which means that it's not uncommon for us to sometimes find other things living in it from time to time. We've had problems with ants, mice, raccoons, birds, even bats. But out of all of the unwelcome animals that have made a home in our home over the past many years, none were as mysterious, hilarious, or personally terrifying as the story that I've come to call The Monster in the Box. It all happened one day about 5 years ago when I had just finished watching a video with two of my younger sisters, Tessa and Elisa. Now Tessa jumped up and left the room immediately following the end of the video, leaving just myself and little 4 or 5-year-old Elisa alone in the room. And that's when I first heard it, a soft, whirring, scratching sound. A sound that I'd never heard before, and I didn't know what it was. Elisa, do you hear that?
Hear what?
That kind of scratching, whirring noise.
Oh, that's just my plate.
And she reaches over and grabs this random, perfectly innocent paper plate from off of the floor and holds it up as if disposable dishware just regularly starts whirring all of the time. Ugh, kids. But at that moment, I suddenly realized where the sound was actually coming from. Not from Elisa's supposedly magical plate, but from a small red shoebox sitting by the doorway. The sound was coming from inside, which meant that there had to be something inside making that noise. Unsurprisingly, when I told Elisa that the noise was coming from the shoebox, and therefore there must be something alive inside of it, she was so frightened she just bolted from the room, which left just me and the box. I was both excited and scared to open it, but still I knew I had to do it. Even so, it took me a couple of deep breaths to be able to work up the courage to begin slowly reaching my hand towards the lid, inch by inch, when suddenly something leapt out of the box right at my hand before falling back down beneath the lid in the blink of an eye. It jumped out at my hand, right at my hand! And all that I had been able to see of it in that panic-stricken moment was that whatever it was long, dark, and pointy. With mind racing and heart pounding, I frantically tried to imagine what could possibly be that long and pointy. A snout? A beak? What could it possibly be? I had no idea, but what was truly, truly terrifying was the realization that whatever it was, it must have known that I had been reaching for it. After that, I decided to do what I should have done in the first place. I found a stick to open that lid with, but when I knocked the lid open, it was even worse than I had imagined. The box was full of cloth. Yes, cloth. Wads and wads of scrap cloth completely filling the box. Now that might not sound that bad to you, sitting there casually watching this video, expecting a whole swarm of wasps to fly out or something. And now you're just like, what? Cloth? That doesn't make any sense. But have you considered that anything, practically anything, could have been hiding under that cloth? I mean, I had enough trouble just getting the lid off. How was I supposed to get a mound of cloth scraps out without being attacked by whatever was inside? I was just thinking that maybe it was time to get some backup and maybe some thick gloves when I heard sudden rolls of laughter coming from the other room. And now I know what you're probably thinking, but no, the box was not an elaborate prank. There's more to the story. Stay with me. So I ran over to see what was happening, and I found my mother and brother laughing their heads off, Tessa looking bewildered, and tons of purple thread wrapped all around the downstairs. What on earth?
Tessa's been pulling this thread all over the house without realizing it.
What? How?
I don't know.
The end of the thread. It's stuck to your pants.
How?
Well, looks like static electricity.
Tessa, how on earth can you pull a thread stuck to your pants all over the entire house and not even realize it?
I don't know. I just didn't.
The real question is, where's the spool?
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, this thread has to be coming from somewhere. So where's the spool that's being unraveled? Where's the spool that's being unraveled? Where's the spool that's being unraveled? Being unraveled.
Surely it couldn't be a coincidence. Now that I was looking for it, I could just barely make out one little purple thread traveling back into the other room. No way. A moment later, I was back by the box, plunging my hand into the cloth. And there it was, a spool of purple thread that had been scraping against the edge of the cardboard box as it unraveled. And there was also a pair of long, dark, pointy scissors. Somebody must have jerked the thread, probably by tripping over it, causing the spool to lurch, throwing the scissors upwards so that the tip leapt out from under the box right towards my hand before falling back down beneath the lid. There was also a pincushion, which meant that the box must have been a sewing kit put together by one of my sisters. So yeah, in the end, the terrifying monster in the box, the creature that leapt out at my hand, turned out to be nothing more than the most ridiculous set of coincidences I think I've ever experienced in my entire life. I mean, what are the odds, man? What are the odds? Hello everyone, I have some very exciting news. So in 2 days, that'll be this Monday, I'm going to be on a live stream with Luck Is Me. Now, Luck Is Me is a hilarious storytime animated channel, and so he's asked me to be on the live stream with him this Monday from 9 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, which is 6 to 8 Pacific Time, and we're going to be drawing Studio Ghibli characters from memory. So you won't want to miss that. I'll put a link to his channel somewhere. It'll be somewhere in the description or something. And also, it's going to be on his channel. So it's not on my channel, it's going to be on his. So you have to go to his channel to see the live stream. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure that you catch the live stream and come chat with us. I'll see you guys there. Bye!